I overheard men shit-talking me. They didn't know I was awake. 22F, went camping last year with some friends. A friend of a friend came too, Bill, someone who'd never been with this group before. I was distant and not that chatty with him, his vibes were off from the start. Also, a friend's parents showed up uninvited, along with their blatantly sexist and story-fibbing Uncle Mike. I really didn't like him, so I avoided him. During the trip, I liked taking solo walks. I didn't tell anyone when I left, I don't think I needed to. Just needed some alone time. Cut to the last night. Everyone went to bed except me, Mike the sexist uncle, Bill the bad vibe guy, and the dad, Arty. I went off to my tent, because, EW. As I was doing my thing inside, I overheard them talking major shit about me. Stuff like, she sure is confident wearing that, I was literally in a tank top and shorts, and comments about my weight. They said I needed to fix my hair even though it was just up in braids? What's there to fix? Mike, the uncle, said I had a nice ass, which is not a win. They even accused me of attention-seeking because I whittled a stick. I always do that while camping. They complained that I kept leaving the group, even though Bill was constantly leaving the group to hang out with the Mike and Arty, not his friend. So how am I any different? But after all the shit talking they had the awkward revelation that I was still up and heard the whole fucking thing. The next day they acted like nothing happened, of course. But they knew. I knew. I was polite, but I didn't forget. Bill even tried to steal my power bank, which I had loaned him the night before. When I asked for it back, he pulled it out of his bag. If I hadn't said anything, I bet he'd have kept it. Fucking dick. I knew their vibes were off. Glad to know I was right. A little while ago, I saw Arty again while picking something up from the friend's house. We made eye contact and I could tell he remembered. He knew I knew what he said about me. He usually doesn't make eye contact, but this time he did. I don't even know what look I gave him, but I held that motherfucking eye contact. Sometimes I replay the moment they realized I was awake. The slight panic in their voices. I'm glad I kept my light on. Glad I sat in a spot where my silhouette was visible. I'm glad they knew I heard. I hope they feel guilt. I hope they feel shame. But I didn't feel powerful then. I felt fear. Fear I've never felt before. I was paranoid that Bill was going to come into my tent. I'd heard him say something about going to talk to her, and the other two told him not to, that it was not worth it. That sentence stuck in my head. I was already uneasy about how close he set up his tent to mine. It felt off from the start. I think that's why I kept my distance from him. He put it unreasonably close. That night, I stayed up until I was sure he was asleep. I held my keys in my fist and didn't make a sound. That's the part that sits with me. The fear, what if he tried to come in? I'm strong, but would I be strong enough? Would anyone wake if I screamed? Maybe it was weed-induced paranoia, but based on what I heard, it felt like a probable scenario. It was even sketchier because he walked past my tent a few times. And I'm pretty good at recognizing sounds and what direction they come from. At one point, he walked right near the front. He was probably just going to the bushes to pee, but it scared me. I resisted the urge to hold the zipper shut. I stayed completely still. Just listened. Waited. It was an awful night. I hate that it still lingers. That I replay their words. That I replay the fear. I hate that I can't talk about it out loud because I know I'll break down. I hate that they even came on that trip. 2 out of the 3 weren't even invited, and their presence just poisoned everything.